Yesterday I came across something that really made me reflect. In trading, you constantly have to reinvent yourself. And I think one of the goals in trading is to do it quickly. You don't want to be the person who's going to take 20 years to change your strategy because it doesn't work. You want to be able to change and adapt quickly as soon as you notice something. Because the market changes, things never remain constant. That being said, if you expect to be taught a strategy and trade it forever and make money, you might want to reevaluate your idea and try to tweak your plan a little bit. That being said, today I had a request to do a more technical video on a trade setup. And it happens I just take a trade yesterday, so I'll show you guys what happens and why I took that trade. Let's go. That's going to be the rest of the video today. The first thing it requires to look at a trade like this is going to be to use a clean chart. So that's why I removed pretty much everything. I want to bring you guys a little bit through everything I look for. And that shouldn't take more than usually 2 minutes, but I'll try to go a little bit more slowly this time. Show you guys exactly what I look at and some more analysis in the background. So we are on the pair where I took a trade, AUD/USD. The first thing I'll do is I'll identify what I call the market phase. This is something developed by Stein Weinstein. I'm not the first one to talk about that topic, but I don't know that many people applying the principle, so I think it's really important to apply this in the market. We have some phase 1 and 3, which are phases of sideways market, phase 2 and 4, which are trending markets. What I'll do is I'll identify the phase for the past couple of months just for fun, and this is really for my pleasure to show you guys how it works. But I usually don't do this. I will identify only what's happening right now, but we'll just go a little bit deeper in that video. So I'll first put kind of a box here, because what I see is that we've been going sideways in the market. We had this breakdown and then we started a downtrend. So this right here is a phase of consolidation, and this is a downtrend. Now, I'll go a little bit forward. What I see right now is that the market has been consolidating a little bit more. This is still sideways. Okay, you can see that price is not making new highs. It's staying at the same level. And price stayed there for some while before breaking out. Okay, we broke out of the range pretty recently, which means that now we are not in the range anymore. We are in what we call the beginning of a phase 2, which is a trending market. Whenever I see this happening in the market, I'll be looking to buy. I'm not going to trade counter trend because I know my strategy doesn't work well against the trend. So the only trades I'll consider are the ones taken with this uptrend that's starting out right now. Some people looking at support and resistance level in a traditional way might see this here as being a resistance that's going to impact the price in the future. I don't see it that way. I only care about the range we broke out of and what potential we have to the upside. Now, once this is identified, I won't trade a weekly chart because I don't like to trade that chart. It's too long for me and it's a little bit boring. So I will go on different time frames. And I've been watching the daily chart. I've also been watching the 4-hour chart. But I didn't see any setup here, which means I had to go back on the daily chart. And this is where I've identified a setup. As soon as we broke out of the range, as I said, I'm looking for continuation patterns. Price breakout came back right around this level here, which is not a major level, something to look for. It's just the first pullback after the breakout, which makes it very interesting. Whenever I look at the price this way, I'll also have the Bollinger Band on my chart. Now, the Bollinger Band make a nice setup here, right on the first pullback, with a strong bullish engulfing candle. Both of the candles are breaking outside the Bollinger Band. When both are breaking out of the Bollinger Band, it's usually going to be more reliable than only one breaking out. So the only thing I did for this trade is place an entry above the high, stop loss below the low, and I try to keep my trading style really low involvement, which means I don't want to go back, look at the trade every so often. So I'll just put some take profit. I have one take profit at 1-to-1 of reward to risk, the second take profit at 2-to-1, and this is it. As you can see, price kind of pulled back a little bit earlier when I entered the trade. So I've entered here. First day has been a down day. We've been just pulling back a little bit. And now we're going back above. So this is where I'm kind of back at the entry now. Probably at break even. I don't know exactly. But that's pretty much the trade. In some cases, the price is not going to go all the way to 2-to-1 reward to risk. That's fine. Now the other thing I want you guys to understand is that this would be the type of trade where you can move your stop loss quite easily. Because we're in a starting trend, We don't know whether the trend's going to keep going or not, but at least we know that if we're going to make a trend, it's very likely that price is going to do some pullbacks and that we're going to be able to move the stop loss easily. So whenever price is going to pull back in this manner in a couple of times, remember we've entered here, price might pull back once again, and this is where we'll be able to move the stop loss to another low to make sure we capture some profit. This would not work well when we're sideways, because in a sideways market, price is going to go up and down, up and down. And if you miss, you take profit and price pull back, it's going to probably pull back all the way up to your entry. So you want to be careful with not moving your stop loss when you're in a situation like this, but moving it when you're in a trend like this. It's much more reliable. So I hope this is clear for you guys. And that's going to be the end of the video for today. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more like this. There's one every single day. Also give it a like if you liked the video today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.